This is Adrian Gomez, and today I'm going to wrap up this series with things that I should have mentioned or was planning to mention, but they don't. Uh, all these items are not long enough to fit into their individual videos because they would be too short. Okay, the first one is if you saw the first video, I went into network access and I added some IPs. I think I added all the IPs 0.0.0. But if you're using a MongoDB Realm, you do not need to give access to your database to anybody because uh, Realm is inside of MongoDB, so it knows how to get to your tables. The same with the database access that I showed you. I still have it here, PipeDream 2021, but if you look, I changed the role to read only. Um, just in case I need it. You couldn't even connect if you tried at this point because no IP have access to it, but I kept this just in case you need it. But again, if you're using RealmDB, you're using Realm, you could actually delete this because there's no need for it. The second thing I want to mention is that that in the first video, I had some debate on what to name the the particular collection, and I ended up naming it games. And the reason why I did that is that in games, I'm storing all the documents or tables in the game standard that are shared for every user of my game. So I have the game variable and two leaderboards, the highest score and this one that I call table leaderboard. Uh, so, so this is shared with everybody. And then you see these that have a GUID, that's a number, a GUID. These are the individual players, and most of these are just my test players for my app. So they're all the test player that I've been using to test, and these collections um, are for the individual players. So when I tell it to save a table or retrieve a table in the collection parameter in game salad, instead of saying collection equal game, I do collection equal the unique GUID that I have for each users. And I'm using a GUID, but you could use whatever you want to to save individual tables for users. You could use username and password if you're using the username and password and a random number. Um, but I prefer GUID, but that's not necessary at all. You could use whatever combination of numbers and letters to make uh, each individual user's folder unique. And instead of sending the collection game, you just send that unique ID, and then you have a collection with the documents unique to that particular user. And then the third thing I wanted to talk about is in Realm. So if you need, for example, I'm generating a GUID on the script side. Um, so if you need some sort of library that to do something, in this case, I need to that was the one where my users log in. Um, if you see here, if if I don't get a user ID, then I use UUID v4, which I added as a dependency in the other tab, and then I get this function here, UUID v4, actually generates a new GUID for me. And you see here, require UUID is the dependency that I added here. So those are the three items. One, you could remove, if you're using MongoDB Realm, you could you could remove all the permissions. You don't need them because Realm knows how to get to your database in Atlas. Two, if you want to save and retrieve individual um, tables for individual users, instead of sending a common uh, connection name in the query string, you will send a unique for that user collection. And three, if you see a script that you want to use and it has a require, all you need to do is go into dependency and add that particular library and then use it in your script. That is all. And thank you so much for watching this series if you watched them all. And I hope this was useful for somebody. And have a great day.